School's First Day of School. Story by Adam Rex. Pictures by Christian Robinson. Let's look at the cover of this book. What do you think this book might be about? Let's read and try to find out. That summer, they dug up the big field and poured the foundation and set brick on top of brick until they built a school. A sign above the door read Frederick Douglass Elementary. That's a good name for me, thought the school. Most days, a man named Janitor came to mop the school and buff his floors and wash his windows. This is nice, the school said to Janitor. Just the two of us. Won't be just us for long, said the janitor. Soon the teachers will come, and then you'll be filled with children. The school creaked. Children? All kinds of children. They'll come to play games and learn. Oh, said the school. Will you be here? You'll see me after the school day is over, said the janitor. Don't worry. You'll like the children. But the school thought the janitor was probably wrong about that. Who's telling this story? Whose perspective is the story in? Did you say the school's? That's right. It's the school is telling the story. Why do you think the school is worried about the children coming? Then they came. The children did, and there were more of them than the school could possibly have imagined. Does that look like our school in the morning? They got everywhere. They opened and closed all of his doors and lockers and drank water from his fountains and played on his jungle gym. So that's what this is for, thought the school. What do you notice about the children? How do you think the children are feeling? I'm noticing that they have smiles and they look like they're really having fun on that new playground. Did you know Peak to Peak got a new playground? When we're back together in the building, I think you'll have fun on that playground too. Some of the older kids gathered by the school's back fence and showed each other their bored faces. This place stinks, said one of them, and the school gasped. I hate school, said another with puffy hair to the agreement of his friends. The school sagged a little. Can you see the faces of the children by the fence? They do look bored, don't they? Why do you think it says the school sagged a little? How is the school feeling? I'm thinking the school isn't feeling very happy right now. One very small girl with freckles didn't want to come inside the school at all. Her mother had to carry her. I must be awful, the school whispered to himself. Later, he squirted the puffy-haired kid in the face. Then he felt bad about it afterward. How is he squirting the puffy-haired kid in the face? That's right, the water fountain is squirting the boy. Why would he feel bad about it? That's right, he did something that wasn't kind. He watched the kindergarten kids sit on one of his rugs. The teacher said, As we go round the circle, please tell us your name. There was an Aiden, and a Max, and a Bella, and a Chloe, and a Caden, and an Emma, and another Aiden. The small girl with freckles was next, but she wouldn't speak. She only stared at their shoes until the teacher moved on. I don't like school, she whispered into her lap. Well, thought the school, maybe it doesn't like you either. The children were sitting in their chairs finally, but just as school was starting to relax, his fire alarm sounded, and all the children exited and walked to the other side of the field and stared at him. He was so embarrassed. He held his doors open for them when they returned. "Sorry," he said as the first child entered. "Sorry, sorry, sorry," he told all of them, even the girl with freckles. Why was the school embarrassed? Would you be embarrassed? It's important that we have fire drills, right? He doesn't need to be embarrassed. At 12 o'clock, the school was filled with food. At 12:30, the school was filled with garbage. At one table, a boy told a funny joke, and another boy laughed so hard that milk came out of his nose. Now, I'm covered with nose milk, thought the school. He had to admit that was a pretty funny joke, though. Even the girl with freckles liked it. After lunch, the kindergarten kids learned about shapes. "A rectangle has 4 sides," said the teacher. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a square has 4 sides too. In fact, a square is actually a special kind of rectangle. "Wow," said the school. "I didn't know that." Did you know that, first graders? After the children made pictures with glitter and paste, the girl with freckles made a picture of the school. "It looks just like me," thought the school, "except glittery. It's like she's known me all my life." "Do you think I could have your picture?" the teacher asked her. "Don't tell anyone, but I think it's the best." The school thought she was probably right about that. The freckle girl smiled when the teacher stuck up her drawing on the school wall with a pushpin. "Ouch," said the school, but he didn't mind. Not really. At 3 o'clock, the parents came to pick up the children. At 3:30, janitor came to pick up the school. "I was full of kids," the school told him, "and I heard a joke, and I accidentally had a fire drill, but everyone was nice about it, and I listened to a classroom and learned about shapes." Does it sound like school had a good first day? Sounds to me like school was very excited about his first day. "You had a big day," said janitor. "Do you think?" the school said. "Do you think you could invite everyone to come back tomorrow? Especially that little freckled girl." Janitor nodded. "I'll see what I can do." Later, janitor sat on top of the school, and they watched the sun go down. "In the beginning, I didn't know what I was," said the school. "I thought I was your house." "Nope," said the janitor. I suppose some other places get to be your house," the school added. Janitor nodded. "That's true, but you get to be a school. That's lucky." And the school thought he was probably right about that.